Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our wellness layouts for the next week in September. And I've got these stat stickers and habit trackers here ready to go. Also some washi tape paper, some individual washi tape rolls, some overlay inks, this cardstock paper, and these sticker books which I'll pull from. So this is the first week of the September Plannable Challenge, and this week's theme is Go Team. So if you'd like to participate, go ahead and post your spreads up on Instagram using the hashtag PlannableSeptember2022. We'd love to see what you come up with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lay down this wax paper so that we can figure out what we're doing this week. I will say this week, not one of my best spreads. I had pulled everything that I could find that was going to relate to this theme. I have 0 sports stickers aside from those 3 football stickers that you see there. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. Not even anything that's like cheer related, or I had nothing. And I did grab that piece of like open stock paper at Michael's just in case I needed it, and yeah, lo and behold, I needed it. So I grabbed it and we're gonna try to make this spread work with what you see there. Like I said, not one of my best spreads, but you know, I think there's some good ideas in here if you have the right paper and the right stickers to work with it. For now, I'm just going to use that paper as a backer for my decor / workout area. If you've watched any of my videos, you know, at least my wellness videos, that I tend to mix these 2 sections together. So there's usually decor and my workout tracking together in the top 2 boxes or the middle 2 boxes. And then I'll also have a box for my health stats and a box for my food log tracking. That's the main stuff that I track on this spread. And then in the sidebar, I'll put in my habit trackers as well as some goals for the week. And I also have that hydration tracker there that I added to the layout. So as you can see, I'm going to use it as a backer. I just kind of cut it down to size and just slid it underneath the wax paper so we can play around with the stickers on top and just see how it will look. I'm also working in these stat stickers that I had left over from previous spreads. The colors were a little bit of a hodgepodge of pink, orange, and red, but because the text is so light, I don't think you can really see it. So we are going to work those in, as well as these box stickers that I got out of the fitness accessory packs that I showed earlier. I'm just going to white out all the rainbow colors in here and cover up those blue shoes so they don't distract from the color scheme, which is mainly going to be like red, orange, brown. And the reason that I pulled 2 books there is because I had to actually use 2 books to get them all in the similar orange color. So if you only have one of those books, there's a good chance that you won't have enough orange boxes to do something like this, but maybe you have other colors that you haven't used yet and can pull those in instead. And so I think I'm just going to lay those right on top of the scrapbook paper. Now I am figuring out how I want to add some color down here at the bottom. Trying out some of the Girl Boss Anna overlay inks along with washi tape samples that I pulled so I can see how that might work with the spread. Pull in some more of that bright orange color. And then I almost forgot about this washi tape paper that I've had in my stash for forever. I used some last year in, I think, October for a pumpkin-y spread, and I loved it. I thought that that just totally sold the spread. So we're going to try to pull some of that in as well here. I'm not exactly sure how yet, though. I also have a few like small items like this grid box sticker from my squad goals sticker book. I was looking for anything that had the right tones of orange in it that I had on hand, so I'm going to pull in some of these to help cover up those blue shoes. Again, not really related at all to sports, but I just wanted it to be more orange and brown, so we're going to bring that in. And then that paper clip flag that's in the sidebar, that also came from the squad goal sticker book, along with the brown striped box sticker there in the sidebar as well. So I think this color scheme is really good. I don't know how much it is really going to sell you on the Go Team theme. I've already seen a few spreads from you guys in the planner community for this theme that look way better than this. So just a heads up. Like I said, there's some things that you could take away from this video for your own spreads, but I definitely don't think that you'll be copying this exact spread for your themed week. But I do like the color scheme, definitely into the fall feels already, so the orange and the brown are speaking to me, even though it really doesn't feel like fall where I live. And as you can see, I'm working in this washi tape paper now, and my idea is to create some like flagged banners with it. So I'm just drawing it out just to get an idea of how it might fit on this strip, and I folded it in half so that I can make two at the same time. I'm just penciling it in, and then I'll cut it out here with some scissors. The main tricky part about this is that you have to create a thin line for those flags to sit on, otherwise they're going to separate out. I have a line there that I'll be following, and then I want to make sure that there's another line above that that's a little bit thicker than, you know, just a basic line, so that I can lay this down on the spread pretty easily. And before we get to that point, I'm going to try to erase as many of these lines as possible. If I didn't have already some exposed sticker backing on this one, I would have turned it inside out to do the drawing, but because I knew it would stick better together, because I had some, you know, left over from a different spread, and so it gave me a little bit of extra backing, I decided to do it right on the actual washi tape. So here you can kind of see what I meant about leaving a little gap so you have an actual line for those flags to sit on. And this is definitely very rough, you guys. It's not perfect, but I think it comes out really cute. So if you have any wall washi or washi paper like this, you can, you know, just kind of customize it to your own needs. Here's an idea with the flags, but you could do, you know, lots of things. You could do lots of options, draw your own shapes and things and make it work with whatever you've got. And again, I just kind of wanted to have the feels of a, you know, like a game time, fall, fun, football. That's really what I was working for. Fall always makes me think of football. Here in the United States, that's all we do, and our football is different than most of the world, but definitely a fall sport here in the United States. So I think I've got an idea of how this is going to go. We will go ahead and just start moving things over and then finalize some of those other elements after I get things moved over to the page. Kind of see how things are shaping up. These habit trackers too, I created on my computer along with the stat stickers. This one has an orange on the red circles, so I have it like orange, red, orange. Again, more about what I just had left over in my stash, trying to work that in. And that one was a little bit high, was going to cover up the September, so I made the adjustment on that sticker at the top. And now we'll start working in these stat stickers. And I think I'm going to cut down the Girl Boss Anna overlay tapes and drop in the stat sticker on top, kind of like you just saw me do. So I did one sample, and I will go back and trim them all at once in a little more efficient manner. So you can wait for that. That'll be in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and drop in this background with the football theme right onto the spread, and I'm going to use my glue stick for this. I've been using it a lot for like all my fall refresh, and for anything that's like this where you're just sticking things down on the page. It works really good. I was pleasantly surprised with the quality, so I'm using that here just to stick down this paper. And let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to put these banners in next, and then we can work the boxes in around them if need be. I was thinking that I was going to originally put them kind of over the paper more, but I decided to keep it going off the top. And that was just mainly because it didn't look natural when I put it at the top of the paper. I don't know why I didn't, but it didn't feel right. So yeah, I just did that. And because it's like a washi paper, you can see through it. So none of the pertinent information is unreadable. You can still see what day you're supposed to be on and the actual date of the day. And I think I'm going to short this one a little bit, just so that it stays within the confines of the like decorative space. It doesn't go into the sidebar. And just make a small adjustment there so that the edge touches the edge of the paper. And we'll trim the side off. Looks good. Let's go ahead and drop in these boxes. So like I said, not overly sports related aside from those background images and all that, but I think it looks acceptable. Acceptable for the theme, right? I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but I think it works. So I'll finish putting in the rest of these boxes now. And again, I don't normally work out on Saturday, although I was walking for a while, so I might end up adding a box, and if I can find one, onto Saturday. But yeah, so that's usually why there's an empty space there on my Saturdays on my health spreads. And I'm going to go ahead and punch through those papers. I'm going to use my Crocodile disc punch to do this. It's a really great tool, although I will say it doesn't work that great on the thin papers. It works better when you have a rigid surface that you're punching through. It works no matter what. It's just it sometimes, gets a little bit caught up, catches the page in it a little bit when it's really thin. That's why I doubled everything up there to try to make it a little bit more rigid. So I was going to put some washi below here in the food log along the side, but I think that's just going to be a bit of a distraction. So I'm just going to drop in these little orange arrow stickers that I pulled from the fitness accessory book I mentioned before. Drop those in. You need to clean up a few of these holes. Like I said, it gets a little bit, I don't know, caught up in there, so it doesn't do as good of a job as I wanted it to. And we will lastly prepare these stat stickers. So I'm just going to lay them all out in a straight line and then just do the the straight line trim real quick all at once. I'm just going to use my ruler and my cutting tool, but I will say that that did not work that great. I mean, it cut, but it kind of skipped along those overlay tapes, so it's a little bit of a rough edge, but it gets hidden when you butt it up against the black line. And now cut them off one by one at the top so that they all fit in the box. And I really like these overlay tapes for just adding a bit more color to a spread. It's a really cost-effective way to add a little bit more color. Not something I would have normally thought of, but when I tried it, I found out how useful it could be. So I'm really happy that I was exposed to these overlay inks and able to kind of bring them into my spreads as a little bit more fun, a little bit more color, and again, not constantly having to buy new stickers. This is a very economical way, almost like a washi, that you could use over and over again for many, many spreads. And getting ready to put in these stat stickers. Trying to mix up the pink, orange, red tones so that they are all balanced out on the spread in case anybody's looking too close to see. But like I said, it's kind of hard to tell from a distance. You have to be right up on it to really see the differences in the color. I'm just going to drop those in right on top of those overlay inks. And I kind of like the overlap a bit. It really helps, I don't know, it feel like it's one sticker versus being two separate things. And finally, I felt like we needed a little more brown here at the bottom. So I'm going to pull in some of this brown washi tape that I got from the washi tape shop in this like vintage color set. Brown washi is not a washi I would normally think to have in my stash, but I'm so glad that I got this set because fall color is really calling to these browns that are in there. So I've been pulling those in a lot of different applications already, and fall has barely even started. So looking forward to using more of this brown tone. And then once I get that in, I will do a little bit of modification there at the top with those footballs. Just gonna add a little extra decor to those footballs, have them flying in the air to help, I don't know, sell the whole football idea. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we will see you next time. Bye!